change. Why? It's because they are a frame where they feel safe, they feel loved, they feel more and more in the process, they feel valorized and so on. And in this frame, it will awake their best side, the side who wants cooperation, who wants love, who wants to be near other people. And the other side, the side of fear, hatred, and self-hatred will diminish. Because we think in TST that people are very ambivalent. People, everybody, me, you, everybody could be able to be violent or to be mean for other people or to be good or to love. And it depends on other people, of course. It depends on our family. You know, when in your family you didn't receive enough love, valorization, safety, you are more on the side of the fear and the hatred and the violence. And if you receive enough love, enough security, enough safety, enough valorization in your family, you will go more to the side of love and cooperation with other people. It's the same afterward. It's the same in the social life. It's the same in our groups. And in our groups, we give a frame where people will be, they will be different because they will change, and because they find all these needs, they will change. Okay. Last principle, very important principle. In TST, we make a very important difference between violence and conflict. In the common sense, we often confuse both and use the word conflict for what I call violence. It's very important to see it because you will see that if you want to teach, if you want to work on diversity issues, if you want on everything you want with other people, conflict is necessary. Conflict is good. Because we are not the same. We have not the same values. We have not the same power. We need to be in conflict. Not always, of course. Sometimes we don't need to be in conflict. But very often, we need to be in conflict. Even in a team, you know, I work very often with teams. In a teams, there are conflicts because we are different, we are not the same. Maybe we have not the same way to work, or maybe we have not the same ideas about the issues. Maybe we have somebody has more power, the chief is more powerful, for instance, and so on and so on. So we have to be in conflict when we don't agree. And violence is something else. Violence. What is violence? My own definition of violence is there is violence every time we dehumanize the other. That means we don't see the other like a human being with all the complexity of a human being, contradictions, emotion, sufferings, background, a very specific human being. Not somebody you put in a box, like you say here. You see? When we see the other as a human being like us, with a background, education, sufferings, and so on, not as somebody inferior, because violence begins when you think people are inferior, or when you think people are objects for your greed or your needs. You see them as objects or animals, like animals. That means you dehumanize them. That means you don't see like human being like you. And that will be violence. And we are often like this when people don't meet our needs. We are dehumanizing them without being very conscious, without without being aware that we are doing it. We don't see them like us, we see them as bad.